Bada bing, bada boom.
What is up? Size 10. We're back in the studio. What's up, Bjorn?
What's up, Nick?
Not a whole lot. I'm Nick Scalzone. I'm at Nick Scalzone Comedy on Instagram.
I'm Bjorn RG. You can follow me on Instagram at SkateCub.
And we have a guest in the studio. Our guest is Rachelle Cochran.
Hello, very delighted to be here. And you can find me on Instagram at It's Rachelle Cochran.
Cool.
Thanks.
All right. Rachelle is a Portland comedian. Rachelle is also a Portland rapper.
Yup. We brought it up right away.
Oh, we're bringing it up right away.
Let's get into it.
I mean, I was listening to Dishes on the way over here.
Boy.
Well, hold on. First things first.
Oh,
Because
boy.
Rachelle, you seem a little
Here we go.
strained when you hear that. What is the criteria for defining one as a rapper, in your opinion? And then
not me. I would say, I don't know. I am more like comedy music cality. I don't know. I feel like it's a far cry from good rap, you know? I don't know.
are you telling me you don't think Adam Sandler's a musician?
Oh my God, no. He's very, very, that Wallet Phone Keys song, very catchy. That is when I really confirmed that he was a musician.
You're like, he's really got something here. Young Beethoven.
Yeah, I just feel like it's, I'm embarrassed to call myself a rapper. I don't know why. I just feel like it's such a,
You could just say singer.
yeah,
right?
maybe just say singer.
Singer.
Artist?
Artist.
Yeah,
artist.
I like
Performer.
that.
Musician.
I like musician. Entertainer. Because I guess when
Yeah.
you say rapper, you're like put in a box, you know?
You're right. Entertainer, that allows you to be a comedian
Yeah.
and a singer and a rapper.
Thank you
You
so
And
much.
DJ,
whatever
right?
else you
Too,
wanna be.
right?
Horribly, but yes.
See, this is
yes,
all
I
under
do.
the guise of entertainment.
I feel like you should
I
give
like
yourself
that.
some credit. You DJ'd the comedy contest that I won a couple of years
Oh
ago.
Yeah.
my God, that's right.
You're Nick's favorite DJ.
The funny, the funny bunny.
And
Like
I
I did-
hosted horribly.
No, but
That was really
you
good.
DJ'd
That was
the
a fun
first
show.
round, and you didn't know what joke I was gonna do, and I told a joke where I talked about going to a DMX concert, and then you played me off with DMX, and I was like, "That's a great DJ."
That's thinking on the fly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Giving the people what they
it's
want.
fantastic.
Up in here, up in here.
Yes.
That's my favorite DMX song. Yeah, that was a really fun show. Oh my God, when was that? That was so
like
long
2
ago.
years ago.
God damn.
Nick
It's
knows
still
exactly when it was. He celebrates
like-
the
It
anniversary.
was.
He's
Yeah,
like-
I know. I still got the little pink bunny ears that I won as
It's
a
been
prize.
800 days since I won.
It's my main credit.
Well, congrats again.
Funniest
Yeah.
bunny.
Speaking of credits, Rachelle, you run a show in town, right?
I do.
Tell me about it. Tell
It
me.
is called Cruise Control Comedy. And it's at the Cruise Room Annex. It's every Thursday at 7:30, and unfortunately, we had to cancel this week.
Yeah.
4 out of the 6 comedians who are on it
Oh my God.
called in sick.
Which means that by
So-
the time this airs, if a miracle happens, it'll be back. Because this isn't
Yes.
going to be coming out until late January.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
So
Yeah.
some of you at home might be like, "Oh yeah, good thing I didn't go to that show a month ago." Tell me more about. I'm sorry, one more
I
time.
co-host that with Robbie, by the way. Every
Yeah.
Thursday, 7:30.
Okay, this is a safe space. Is Rob funny?
Yes, Robbie
Pass the
is
test.
funny.
One of these
has
days, the
really
person's
good
going to say no, and
He
I'm going to
has
be so
really good
happy.
bits about drugs. He's very funny. Yeah.
I have so many things I'm going to say off mic.
Robbie's.
Wait, do you know Robbie?
No. No,
Robbie's
no.
one of those
You
people.
look like you would know Robbie.
You do look like you guys would be
look
friends.
like
I look like a
You
guy who has a lot of
look
bits
like
about
him.
drugs.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
look like his cousin.
Oh
Okay.
my God, yes.
He
So
does.
he's super sexy. All right, I got it.
I
Cool.
mean, he's got a dark, sexy.
He looks like a Portland guy. You can say it. It's
He
fine.
definitely looks like a Portland guy. 100%.
He does.
No,
Yeah.
their show is really awesome. Bjorn
you.
and I have both been on it and had a great time.
Thank you.
Always awesome audiences. Always an awesome lineup. Go check out
Yeah.
the show for sure.
I was
Thank
gonna
you
say
so
I'm playing
much.
dumb a little bit. I've heard plenty of people talk about it. I haven't been myself. Maybe end of January I'll be back. But yeah, every time I hear any of the comedians in town talk about it, they're just like, "Oh yeah, Cruise Room's super fun, like great show." Da, 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 da.
that makes
they
me
like all
really
the staff
happy.
there and everything, and I'm sure that they're also including you and Robbie. Funny
Yeah.
Robbie is what we actually have been calling him for years.
I run into Robbie like more than anybody in. You know how you always have that person that just
Wait, is he the
whatever
parking
you're
lot guy?
doing. No, that's
He seems like he would. Be
that's a different
parking
guy.
lot but
Don't forget, anything you say about
no.
Robbie right now is also getting attached to me.
Right.
So
That's-
you're saying I'm a parking lot.
No,
guy?
Yes.
That's Pedro. I don't know why. I run into Pedro a lot too.
In the parking lot.
I just he must live or know someone near here, and so like in my neighborhood where my like house is, and I just like would see him all the time for some reason.
Wow.
But I run into Robbie all the time too. Robbie's met my mom.
What?
I was going out to dinner with my mom. My mom was visiting, and we just like went to this random chicken place that I like, and Robbie was there, and then like at the table next to us. So you know, like when you're like sitting at a table and they're this close.
yeah.
So then we're just like, well, this is Robbie, and she's like, oh, how do you guys know each other? And then like we just like hang and talk to Robbie with my mom.
I thought you were going to say
Nice.
the thing that I've done before where, like, I don't look at people in public because I'm an adult who minds my own fucking business. And I've sat down to people, and after, like, 5 or 10 minutes, they're like, really? You're not going to say hi? And I'm like, oh, wow, somebody I like. What a novelty.
Well, there's also that moment where you're like, what world do I know this person from?
Yeah.
That's the
Like when
worst.
they know your name and you're like, oh no. I mean,
Oh,
it happens
God.
to me at skate parks a lot because I worked at that camp, and like I legit was at a skate park one time, and these kids knew all about me. They knew me, and we were friends on Facebook, and I had no idea who they were.
Whoa.
And then even after they told me their names, I still wasn't 100%. So like I'm at the corner of the skate park, like looking them up, trying to
You're
figure
just
out.
bragging about having fans right
Yeah,
now.
seriously.
Rachelle, Bjorn does this on the show a lot.
Yeah,
Wow.
just a boastful man, really.
He's like, let me tell you a story about Minneapolis when a fan came up to me.
They were Groms at the skate park in Bozeman that had moved and gone to college
What's
here
Groms?
What's a grom?
tiny
person.
like a toddler, like
Not
a little
toddler.
no,
Groms are like
Is that
prepubescent
what they named the
kids in
motorcycle
action
after?
sports.
yeah, like
Grom
I think
is an
so.
old, it's an old
but-
surf term. It's
Yeah.
like a young surfer.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's an old surfer?
An
Old
old-
surfers.
Grom grom?
No, actually, I know all of this because I do
Graham
work for this
Grom.
organization.
Graham grom. That's good.
There's a ton of like, also like Menahuni is like a little surfer. I'd have to look them up. We'll talk about it off air, but like, there's definitely like old head surf terms that sound super cool, and you're like, oh yeah, white people didn't come up with that shit. No, like. Anyway, so
Anyways,
Bjorn's famous.
I'm famous.
Robbie's everywhere.
Robbie's
Robbie's all over the
everywhere.
place.
No, Jared and George met my mom at IKEA one time.
That's so funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah, our moms have each met one comedy person in a
random
non-comedy
comedian.
context.
Wow, I feel left out. My mom hasn't met anyone. from the
Really?
no. My mom also doesn't live near here, but your mom doesn't live near here either.
No.
Okay,
My mom was
wow.
in town for a few days, and we happened to go to IKEA, and there was
There was
Jared.
You're like,
Jared.
Jaren, what's up,
He,
man?
he just moved to his new place and was outfitting it at IKEA. And we were buying
Classic.
As
pillows.
you do.
And
Wow.
then my mom met Jared.
So
That's wonderful.
what are you drinking here? We were.
Oh, we're gonna do a
I,
can check at the top.
Yeah.
of the
I wanna do a
episode.
can check.
Oh, can check. I'm drinking Athletic Brewing, the Free Wave Hazy IPA. I'm doing dry January this
Okay.
year. I started on the 2nd of January.
That's
You're
not
not
in our
like my
Yeah,
bird.
that's not in the can.
I
Oh,
did.
Thank you so much.
soundboard.
So are you guys do little sounds?
He-
We
he's
do.
applauding you.
I'm really trying to find the fine line between doing sounds and having
There.
it be fun and it being like hack shit. So
Do-
you let me
It's-
know if I cross the line.
It's
Yeah.
more fun if it is hack shit, dude.
I think it's more fun because then we
I
can make
think
fun
the
of it.
goofier it is,
Yeah.
the better.
Absolutely.
I love it.
All right, there we go.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Yeah.
That was pretty quiet. Could you turn that up
Solid.
a little
Yeah,
louder?
Yeah, nice.
I'd like to jump.
I feel like that's the only way. Everyone, you can't do a quiet air horn. You're a DJ.
No,
you
you
can't
can't.
just be like.
No, you gotta blow that.
yeah, definitely.
I
Blow
need
the
to get
roof
like
off
a
that.
more fun one. I feel like the air horn's hack at this point. You're DJ. Tell me.
Oh God.
Yes.
How
No?
often do you air horn
You know what?
in a set?
You know what? I have yet to air horn.
Let's keep it that
unfortunately.
way.
Yeah.
I think
I
like
don't think so.
Oh, so you're a good DJ
I
then?
think the classics are classics for a reason.
I think the classics can be appropriate in very limited settings, but the line that got crossed is like when people start mimicking the noise themselves.
Yeah.
Bjorn, you do this a
I
lot.
do it all the time.
Bjorn is like the guy who's like, and That's
I
like,
think Bjorn does that even if he's home alone.
oh yeah,
It's kind of like how I talk to my dog, even
Yeah.
when my dog isn't in the room.
Bjorn like pours a beer into a glass, and when it perfectly gets to the top with the head, he's like, yeah, beep, beep, yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
See, now that one, never going out of style.
No.
But
I think that's wonderful. I think it's good to cheer yourself on from time to
this
time.
is a little bit of like self-validation.
You know what? After you said that, I am getting flashbacks of like, I didn't even know where it was from, but I would yell that all the time at the skate
Yeah,
park.
boy?
Yeah, like when
Oh.
someone landed a trick, I'd be halfway across the park just like, yeah, boy. And I had no idea where it was from.
I actually don't know.
Oh, it's
where
Flavor
it's
Flav.
from.
Flavor Flav.
Oh my god,
Public Enemy.
duh.
Although, but that's fair because
I watched that show all the time as a
Flavor of
child.
Love?
And so
Flavor of
this-
Love,
That's where I
baby.
found out what it
The
was.
big clock.
This is exactly what I'm
Flavor
talking about
Flav.
because your referential point is the VH1 show, not one of the most legendary rap groups of all time.
Nope. It's the
Flavor of
VH1
Love.
show.
Yeah.
Wasn't
I
that
think
just
there
the
was 2 or 3 seasons of that.
Was it like The Bachelor, but just with
Yeah.
Flavor Flav
Yeah,
as the
pretty
Bachelor?
much.
And it was like when
Yes.
Flavor Flav has been living hard for
Wait.
a while.
Okay,
Yes, he
explain this
has.
show to me because I've never watched this show.
Oh.
I'm aware of who Flavor Flav is.
So just be aware of that,
Yeah.
and then be aware of what The
You're
Bachelor
familiar with
is.
like
Yeah.
video
No, but
vixens?
so
He's dating the they're kind of rough for a woman, I would say. I don't know. Like they're all beautiful but I think there's more. I don't think he eliminates them nearly as often. I want to say it's like 30 women the whole season that he just makes out with or something. And then sometimes he brings his 28 kids in.
wait,
the
he
kingdom.
created a show where he just gets a set of 30 women.
I don't
Yeah.
think he had
To
any
date?
creation.
Exactly.
in this.
That was just in that era of like
This
they
was-
did all those weird reality shows. It was
Tila
like
Tequila.
Yeah.
And then what was the Brett?
Rock of Love.
Rock of Love. Yeah.
VH1. Everyone gives MTV shit for not playing music anymore, and they're quick to forget that VH1 for like a solid 10-year period was just like Q-list celebrities that are just like, who are we gonna pull out of the 80s this week and give a show to? And some of them are good, and then some of them like it's Flavor Flav had like a spin-off where like one of the girls that was on the show was such a character that they gave her
her own show. What was that called?
It's called I Love New York.
That's right.
Because her name
oh
was
my
New
God,
York.
That's
because
Her
I-
right.
name was New
I
York.
Her name was New York.
And I never
That's
watched the show
amazing.
like extensively, but I think the deal was that like Flava would just refer to these women by the city that they were from.
Oh
think
my
so.
god.
So like it was like,
that,
well, I'm not
yeah.
gonna learn your name, but like Tennessee, get over here and suck my face.
Oh my gosh,
like,
you're right.
He didn't even learn the city. He just learned the state.
Yeah.
it's like him and like military guys in Vietnam. I think that's how they do it. Like they all just say like, "Where are you from? Oklahoma? Yeah, that's you now. Okay."
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
boy.
And then
Oh,
yeah,
that's
dropping,
awesome.
yeah, boy.
All right, so Rachelle,
Great.
I want to get back
I
to
need to
hip
revisit
hop.
that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I want to get back to hip hop because I'm assuming you're a fan of hip hop
110%.
since you're a rapper.
Yes.
And a DJ.
And a DJ.
All you got to do is graffiti and breakdancing, and then you have the 4 elements of
Yeah,
hip hop
you've got
all
the
in
4.
one person.
Growing up, I used to. Oh my God.
Are you a triathlete?
I in high school freshman year, I bought breakdancing lessons on VHS.
Hell yeah.
Oh. What were they
couldn't
called? Do you remember the
single
name of
move.
them?
God damn it, I forget his name.
It wasn't
I-
Darren's
I-
dance moves.
It was 4 VHS tapes. 4
Oh my
tapes.
God.
Put them in a bag.
So they start you off slow, and then by the end you're supposed to be able to like
You're on
helicopter
your head. You're
your
on
feet.
your head eating a pizza, doing head spins. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How far did you get?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not even halfway through tape 1. I couldn't even, there's the beginning move where you I don't even forget what it's calling, but you do like this little dance thing before you get down on the ground
Yeah.
and start doing
Yeah,
your,
where you like do this.
Like
yeah,
the
the,
first-
the b-boy
The-
jig.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first little
I
dance.
love that, the b-boy jig.
Is it the 6 step? Is that what you're talking about?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's like
that's the-
river dance, but on cardboard.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's the breakdance version of like the yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the little like
yeah, gonna get in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm going in, bro.
Exactly. It's really difficult, and I have a big respect for people who can do that.
I feel
Breakdance?
like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had
It's really
Fuck 'em.
hard.
I feel like I had that as well, except I downloaded it from
you
LimeWire.
Oh, we're back on LimeWire.
We're back on
Of course you
LimeWire.
did. I wasn't
It was
smart
like
enough to do
really
that.
low resolution. It was a VHS that had been like dubbed into like an MP4 file and uploaded.
That's amazing.
It took like 8 days of me going to like before school, like starting the download, and then I'd go to
You
school.
downloaded it longer than you actually watched it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh boy. That's
I
good
did learn
stuff.
to windmill. I could do that
That's impressive.
at one point.
That's
Yeah.
really hard.
I skipped. I was like, I don't want this footwork stuff. I want the hard things right away.
No, Bjorn's
Oh
talking
my
about
God.
in mini golf. He could
The
do
windmill. Yeah. I could
what
hit it
about
in.
the dance move.
One try. No, I could do the thing where you like. Well, it also because
that's really hard. I know what you're talking about. It's
I
like
was
when
in-
your legs go through your arms
Yes.
or whatever. Yeah.
I cannot do it now, but I also used to be in gymnastics and I could do the pommel horse thing, so it was pretty close to that.
Yeah. Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Bjorn,
You knew that?
No,
So-
I didn't know that.
So many layers to you, Bjorn.
We
Oh
gotta
my
get
God.
more guests on the podcast so we can learn more
Yeah,
about
I was
Bjorn.
gonna say.
Holy shit.
Well, I still think that this is wild. So I had to. My mom made me do gymnastics because I
I
was.
like how he
doing
heard
tricks.
and disregarded everything that you just said.
But
Nothing.
No, it's fine.
Finish the bit
Stop.
and then
Keep
we'll
talking.
we'll talk to
I
Rachelle.
actually genuinely now want to know the end of the story.
I do too.
my mom
I was
just.
giving you shit, but
I-
like it's fine.
I started doing flips on my snowboard, and my mom was like, "You need training," because it was just me and my friends doing it, and then so she made me take gymnastics, and I didn't let anybody know because it was middle school, and
God, yeah, that's
I
rough.
already was being called the F word all the
Oh,
time.
Fun.
So I didn't need to fan that flame anymore
Yeah.
till after
That's
college.
really cool.
Until you turn the gas back up.
I just turned that gas fully on. Like, yes, gymnastics,
Fuck
queen.
yeah.
Yes.
That's really cool.
So anyway, I believe we were asking you about rap.
About rap.
so
Okay.
sorry. I'm so
And
no,
sorry.
so-
what are your what were your favorite rappers like growing up, and then like what are your favorite rappers now?
Boy. So, growing up, I was a little sheltered.
Where'd you grow up?
I was homeschooled. I grew up in Elmira, which is like a half an hour west of Eugene. You know where
Okay,
the
it's in
country
Oregon.
fairs.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
it's in
Okay.
Oregon. It's where the hippie fest is. The hippie
That sounds like
Okay.
a hippie ass Oregon
country
city.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was homeschooled for like most of Catholic school, homeschooled in my pre-middle school, and the middle school public school was like a culture shock. But like the rappers that I enjoyed in high school, obviously 50 Cent,
Okay,
huge
okay.
50 Cent fan. I really liked LL Cool J. I broke dance to him a lot. Missy Elliott,
Of course.
obviously.
What year did you graduate high school?
2008.
Okay.
And then my goodies, Sierra.
Sierra.
I love me some. She's not really a rapper,
But she's like
She's
R&B.
rap adjacent.
She's in the
Yeah.
rap and
Rap adjacent,
R&B
yeah,
world.
and Usher.
Okay.
God,
Yeah.
Usher is amazing. So yeah, more of that era, and now people are gonna not say he's really that much of a rapper. Post Malone is my
Post Malone's a
go-to.
rapper.
Mad at
Thank
Post
you so
raps.
Malone.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
He's like,
I think he does too.
People can prefer that he didn't, but that's
Yeah.
neither here nor there.
Yeah.
He's definitely a rapper.
Oh,
Yeah.
Post Malone puts out some hits.
He does.
I'm not mad at Post
He's like
Malone.
top 10 most streamed artist on Spotify. Like he's
Really?
doing
Yeah.
something right.
Quick
Yeah.
question before we throw it to Bjorn for the thing that's burning him up. Do you like Post Malone's rap songs better than his pop songs? And when I say pop songs, I mean like the Sunflower song that he did with the Ray Strumman kid. What do you think? Would you rather hear more of that, more of like him playing guitar, or
that's kind of what I was gonna say. It's just like I feel like he's just really good at hooks. Like his hooks are
He's
super
really
good.
melodic. Yeah, really good at hooks. Honestly, I love Sunflower. I love everything that he does. I
Okay.
think everything that he
we got a
does
big
touches
Posty
and
fan in the
gold.
building?
Yeah.
Did you see his Crocs that came out? We talked about him on the show ages ago.
Huge fan of the Crocs. I tried to buy some. They sell out
Those
so
yellow
quickly.
ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So would you say the Post Malone Crocs are a grail for you?
Yes, yes. They so a grail isn't like the holy grail. Like
yeah,
my,
as in a shoe that you
like
would
a
that-
shoe goal. More
Yeah,
or less.
Yeah,
yes,
shoe goals.
aspirational shoe.
100%. Yes, they are.
The
They are.
Post Malone.
They are. The Post Malone Crocs are a shoe grail for me. Yes.
I've seen someone wearing them, and I was like, I was like, are you serious? Oh my god, those are.
Terry, could you bring those up and
I'm
see
not-
what they're
yeah.
worth?
I couldn't
I think
believe
they gotta
it.
be close to. Are they maybe 60, 80?
Well, so if memory serves me correctly,
We're
there's a
gonna
couple
bring them up on
pairs.
like StockX and find
Yeah.
out what
Okay.
they're selling for.
Hell yeah! Awesome.
He had a couple pairs. Like there's wild ones.
The yellow pair is the one that I saw
hold
in the
on.
wild.
The
want the
yellow
yellow
ones, if
one.
memory serves me correct, are like, yeah, lowest ask. Are we gonna look at size 10? Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah, let's just do that.
All right, these are 550.
What?
Yeah, those are the ones I saw in the wild.
What?
And then here we'll do this. We'll do a little driving.
Wow.
These ones are like a little more subdued, not quite as yellow. They got like some weird.
Oh, only
thing on the bottom.
162.
162.
Got like a
What
chain
a
wallet
bargain.
kind of
Yeah,
situation.
they got a chain thing going on.
Let's see what
Yeah.
else
Yeah, the
Post
yellow
Malone
ones are
has
a
on.
lot better.
Those ones 100. I'm like,
There's the camo ones.
yeah, he's got a lot of Crocs, man. This guy. I will say this: regardless of what you think about Post Malone's musical output, the man knows how to fucking brand himself.
He really does. Yeah.
God, he turned like drinking Coors Light into a career.
Bud
Right.
Light.
Bud Light was that? I
yeah.
knew it was like some shitty domestic.
No, 100%.
It's Bud
Yeah.
Light.
Yeah. And now he's got multiple colorways and gibbets for Crocs. Like,
Yeah.
you know what, man? Good for him.
Yeah.
Fuck it. White Iverson was a funny song. We don't have to dwell on this, but like,
Oh, so good.
what a way to break into the industry. Man.
It's true.
Um,
He spent $5,000 on that music video, and it like he
Every
was famous
cent.
overnight.
Well-
yeah.
well done.
Every cent.
I just love like when you see like what he does with his money, which is move to Utah, buy crazy trucks, and
Yep.
shoot guns into the
Well,
woods.
no, he's
while drinking Bud Light. I'm like, dude, that's amazing.
Isn't he
The
from
life,
Utah?
Dude. The life.
No,
No, he's from Texas.
Oh, okay.
Texas, and
He's
then he
from
moved
Texas.
to LA with like a bunch of fucking Twitch
Like
streamers.
Fortnite, Twitch
Yeah,
streamers.
guys
yeah.
who played video games
Slept
as their
in
job.
a closet until his fucking video.
And he was like
blew
the
up.
bum friend, right?
Yes.
Like,
He would look in his friend's seat cushions for quarters for cigarettes.
wait, you mean to tell me that this guy would look at his friends?
Yep,
it was a
that-
good video, man.
That's the one. It was really good. It was
I will.
really good.
I will say
How
this.
many outfits did he need? If you're in the wood, if you're outside in that, and you just do anything wrong, you're gonna have to change your
Yeah,
entire
he
outfit.
probably needed to buy a few pairs.
Yeah.
That was about
Ser-
3 of the
seriously.
$5,000 for the budget. He
Yeah.
rented the
Just-
G wagon for about $500. He got whatever the other car
Rolls
was.
Royce
for
was probably a G,
Yep.
and
I-
then the other 3,500 was white pants.
White pants.
It's
Yeah.
white
It was
pants.
dry cleaning for the linen. I will say for Post Malone, as a white guy with a current one braid, he's not doing us a lot of favors when it comes to like the visage. Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
That sounds like a trumped up word for your face. Yeah, he's a real
He's not pretty to look at. No.
scuzzy looking guy. He looks
Yeah.
like when your braid gets like nasty. And
Yeah.
then Pinocchio's into a real boy. That's what Post Malone feels like to me.
He looks like a guy that really likes Bud Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like,
He looks
bad
like who he
weed.
is.
You see what you get, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I did see a movie the other day that he was in.
Oh, I know what you're talking
that
about.
Mark Wahlberg, where,
Yeah,
where
is
Mark
it-
Wahlberg
is it a t-
punches people.
Is it a TV show or a movie?
No, it was a movie.
It's
It was
a
called
movie?
Spencer Confidential on Netflix.
Okay.
It was every Mark Wahlberg movie where he punches people.
Okay.
And
This
but
fucking
Post
guy.
Malone was in it as like a guy he knew in prison.
Oh, I do. I've
And
seen
I
this
was like,
movie.
He
Yeah.
really kind of.
Yeah.
He has a very limited scope of roles that he can play, and this is all
Yeah.
of them.
When you decided to
a guy you knew in
Racist,
prison.
like a white supremacist
Yeah.
guy in prison.
Yeah.
Because it's like face tattoos, white guy in a jail. Like that's.
Yeah.
I think that's his only role.
I think so too. When you have 80% of your face tattooed, you're either
Yeah,
in
you
jail
have cursive
or you are a
handwriting
rapper.
under
Yeah.
your eyes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got one for you guys. You have to get one face tattoo.
One face tattoo.
What is it?
The Drake one.
The Drake
Forehead.
one.
Yep. Block letters, Drake, forehead. Let's go.
Drake forehead. Nick, what you got?
I don't know. I kind of like the ones like maybe on the side over
Like
here.
a Batman.
Like what's the game got?
He has. Oh, actually, I'm glad you asked because I was just thinking about this.
Like you can't do teardrops or anything. I'm
no,
not,
he
like,
had
murdering
teardrops, and
people.
then he turned them into butterflies for his son. He has a butterfly tattooed like in the corner of his eye.
Okay.
So butterflies.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I don't want a butterfly in the corner of my eye.
No.
I don't want to go too close to the eye.
No,
you know,
me either.
that's-
That freaks me out.
Yeah.
What if I got like really sickening eyebrows?
Okay.
That's technically face tattooing.
Technically
I mean,
is.
it's like cheating, but yeah, it's a
Oh,
face
I
tattoo.
forgot about the goat of face tattoos. Giant 6'9" on my forehead.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. What about you're not going to get the bad guy from the Saw movie next to it?
No,
yeah,
just
that's
the
right.
number
my
69 as many times as I can.
That yeah.
69 times.
I think
Yeah.
you might be onto something there.
Yeah.
Rachelle, what are you going to
Oh
get?
God. I don't know. I'm an accountant in real life, so I feel like fuck the IRS. On my board,
There
it
you
could be
go.
kind of dope,
Yeah.
If I was ever gonna do that.
Fuck
Just a
Oregon's tax laws.
Just a deep
They're
cut
confusing.
Excel reference.
Exactly.
What there's I don't know if this meets the criteria, but do y'all remember? I can't remember the character in it, but there's a character in Con Air, Nicolas Cage vehicle that had that.
Oh yeah.
Does that count? No, that's not face. That's
like
neck.
that's a neck tattoo.
What's
Yeah.
that
Oh my
dumb
God.
That's
comedy
wild.
movie?
Wow.
The Millers or something?
Oh,
Remember the scene where the daughter in that movie like goes and meets some dirtbag and he's got the word respect tattooed on his neck?
He also has
Or
no.
it says no regrets,
no
but it's
regrets.
spelled R-A-G.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I've
the
seen
no
that.
regrets.
I've seen
No
that.
regrets.
No regrets.
One
That
thing
was
I was
a
going
good
to throw up.
scene
Sorry,
in
I'm
a
breaking
silly
my own
movie.
thing. We're going to close out the Post Malone bad tattoos thing. Did any of y'all watch that series with Jonah Hill and the other actor whose name escapes me called Maniac? It was on Netflix. It was like a TV show.
No.
Oh, yeah. Emma
Do you
Stone,
remember
right?
Emma
yes,
Stone.
Emma Stone. Do you remember when Jonah Hill looked like a weird combination of both me and Post Malone, and this is what he looked like on the show?
Oh my God.
Yeah, with like, oh boy.
That's
Very
what
fuzzy
it would look like
braids.
if I put my hair in braids.
Yeah,
Ugh.
he
I
needs
won't
like
do that to you guys.
Bjorn is kind of evocative of the shirt that you're wearing right
It
now. Maybe
is.
this is like
That
a
is the shirt you're
Yeah,
wearing.
oh
No,
my
it isn't.
God.
this is like
Almost,
a super fusion of all of it. We all did
I
the
bet
fusion
the
dance.
shirt he's wearing there costs like $1,000 for some reason.
Easily.
Dan Flashes, baby.
Egyptian silk cotton.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about these shoes that you got. We got a whole bevy of options over here, which is great.
Yeah.
I love
Bevy.
it.
I like the word bevy a lot. Yeah.
That's a good word.
Two of them are Adidas. I'm a huge Adidas fan.
Big Adidas fan.
Big
That's been
Adidas
kind of
fan.
So
a
stripes
commonality.
over checks for you.
Stripes over checks. Just I just feel like they're kind of the underdog. I don't know, like the underdog more or less. Like you see Nike everywhere, and I really like what they've done with the. You're gonna maybe roll your eyes. I love the partnership with Beyonce that they've done. I think that was brilliant.
I'm not familiar with it
see if I
actually.
can-
I
some stuff
saw.
up.
I was at
Blue
the employee
Ivy?
store like a month ago, and I was looking at all those. I didn't like the current season of it.
Yeah,
Ivy Park.
But
Ivy
Is that what
Park.
it's
Thank
called?
you. Yeah, Ivy
the-
Park.
There's a strong chance Ivy Park isn't for me.
For
it wasn't
sure.
meant
I don't think
for me.
I don't think you were the main demographic.
Yeah.
No. Target audience. No.
So
Okay.
Yeah, it's her little clothing line that
Oops, I don't
Adidas
know what I just
sells.
did here. Ignore the feedback from
Yeah.
Adidas. Well, it seems like a lot of
Take a quick
apparel.
survey.
A lot of apparel. So this is an interesting look. The long sleeve bodysuit.
You see, I would wear that. I love
Ooh.
that color. The slime green thing's fun.
I always love when they have like a really high like
Oh
bikini
my
cut on the bottom, and then they're
God.
like and long sleeves.
With long sleeves.
the latex pants. Hello. Okay, I haven't looked at any of this yet.
Yeah, this is I believe all
These
the
like
new stuff.
Jinko it's like Jinko
All
striped
right.
pants.
there
So,
was definitely like a
harness bag
good
is-
amount
oh
of
my
this.
gosh.
at
Okay,
the
I gotta go to
employee
the.
store
I gotta
like
go
a
to the
month
employee
ago.
store ASAP.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, really into it. They also like it's the best running shoe I've like ever found. I didn't bring my running shoes with me, but
I'm regretting I switched sneakers for this episode. I was wearing my uncaged whatever
Your
boost
Ultra Boost.
all day. And then
Oh.
I wanted something a little more colorful to go with this shirt. So I switched out to the
I love those.
Jordans. My bad. I should have stuck with the the Adidas. The Adidas. We
Dude.
both went with checks.
Yeah, we both went. Like that day.
It's so
You guys
good.
are predominantly Nike though.
It's
Do
like
you
most of what I
own
have.
Nikes?
I own a few.
Okay.
I have a couple of like goal shoes for Nikes. I really want a pair of Air Max 270s.
Air Max
Okay.
270s.
It's on my list, and then I really want. Oh my god, I have it on my phone. I don't know the names of any of them, but it's like an old vintage high top by
The Blazer.
Yes.
Blazer 77 is probably the ones.
Yes. I want a pair of those.
We're gonna look at some Blazers later. Don't
Okay.
worry.
Very.
Those are pretty attainable shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they are. They're like $130.
Yeah, you can just kind of go and buy those.
Absolutely.
You don't have to jump through any hoops.
If you
Yeah.
like those, do you like the kill shots? Are you familiar with the kill shots?
I am not familiar with the kill shots.
To me, kill shots, we talked about these a while ago. It's kind of like the Blazer look. Like if you like the Blazer for like the kind of weird 80s, kind of like yuppie-ish thing.
Okay.
This is what the kill shots look like.
Ooh, okay, so they're not nearly as they're not a high
Yeah,
top.
it's a
they're mid-
low. They don't make a
Okay.
high. Same thing like Blazer lows. If you like the Blazer, these look like a Blazer low. So
I was
that's
gonna
part
say
of the
they look
reason why I brought
exactly
it.
like a Blazer low.
Yeah, that's a good looking shoe. I like that.
Yep.
I like that a lot.
Pull that off.
I just don't know if I love high tops, but at the same time, I feel like I don't look super good in them. Like they truncate my legs because they're so short. I have a very short to need a foot ratio. I can put some on and we can look at it together. My Vans high tops, but I just love high tops. I don't know.
Yeah.
They just really call to me. Yeah.
We had another guest on recently. The episode went up a couple weeks ago, and he was saying the opposite because he's got giant feet, really tall fella, and he's like, I have to wear high tops. Like I
interesting.
can't wear like a real sleek like boat shoe. I got to wear something big because I'm big. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
So of the 3 pairs you brought, which one is your favorite here? And those are the ones we'll
including well, let's say 4 because you also alluded
guess
to
the pair.
ones that
Yeah,
you're
the pair you're wearing
right now.
are cool.
Thank you so much. Yeah, these are my Sorels. They're very, very comfortable. I love Sorels. I have so many Sorels.
Sorel makes some kind of cool shoes. My girlfriend got a pair that are like heel boot
Yeah,
things.
I have a lot of heel boot things.
They're really cool.
They are, and they're so comfortable.
Like they're super cute and they're comfortable.
Yeah.
Like she's been stoked on them.
Have you
Yep.
gone hiking in them?
I have a pair. No. Okay.
I had to ask.
I have one. I just got these this last season. It's a hiking. It's a boot. It's like a brown boot. I think it's more for lifestyle wear than actually hiking, but it's super comfortable. And I was able to hike around. I just came back from London. I hiked around for 15 miles in these shoes, and my poor girlfriend decided to wear her new. Oh my God! Wow, Doc Martens.
Okay.
She got
Oh,
blisters. She got really bad blisters, and I wore my new boots, and I was fine. So yeah, they're great. They're just an all around great shoe.
I like those. They have a lot of colors on them. Those are really like fun looking shoes.
Yes.
Like I had no idea they were Sorels, but when you came in with those, I was like, those are fun.
Yeah.
I like those.
And they're relatively. I'm looking at the website right now. They got them in a ton of colors. If those are the Kinetic Impact Strap.
Wow, you're so good at this.
I went to Sorel.com.
Oh my God.
But thank you.
Damn.
That's for me. One for the house. And no, what I'll say is like those come in a bunch, and I think they're super cool. The thing that I love is like Sorel to me is like the shit kicker company. Like you buy like big Sorel boots for like wading around in water or snow or like bad weather.
Yes.
So to see them do something that's more of like a leisure wear, like active wear.
Yeah.
We talked a lot about not a lot. We talked about the Velcro strap.
Yeah.
That's something that you're seeing in a ton of shoes in the last 10 years where they're like, oh, we don't need laces. This actually kind of gives better snugness. So we're going to run that. And Sorel's just a cool fucking company. Like
It is a really cool
I think
company.
the way that y'all talk about UGG is how I feel about Sorel. Like it's
Okay.
just a little more, less like cushy, more like, ooh, I can go anywhere in these.
Like outdoorsy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Sorels, the only Sorels I had growing up, my dad had an old pair of Sorel, like, snow boots. And I would wear those, like, when we'd go ice fishing, and I needed
Yep.
something to stay warm.
That
Oh, hell
feels
yeah.
like
Yeah,
know?
like this is what
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
They
of
kept
when I
me
see
yeah,
Sorel.
shoveling the driveway is what I
Yes.
think of.
Yeah, his
Yes.
had, like, they were
Yeah.
rubber on the lower, and then they had a big canvas thing up to your knee. And then they had the big
Little
heavy
cinch.
liner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big cinch. And
Oh,
then the
wow.
heavy wool, like, liner inside.
Yep.
Cozy as hell.
Yep. Keep your tootsies nice and toasty.
Oh, yeah. These have, like Yeezy
they
influence
do
in
have Yeezy vibes
in
to
like
it.
around the ankle.
And but the grip kind of looks like the grip on the Yeezy Slide, if you're familiar with that.
It totally
one.
looks like a Yeezy Slide outsole, but it's got the 350 type of look around the ankle.
Yeah, the sole is like, this is my first time ever having a sole like that. I don't even know what that is called.
No, that's like
the indent thing.
It's like serrated.
I love how they have their logo.
Yeah,
that
but
looks really
it's very
good.
fun.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, it's very, very fun. And they're fun to walk in because you can like feel every little crease like hit the ground. I don't know. I'm just very aware that I'm wearing these shoes when I'm wearing them. And it's fun. Yeah.
All right, so then we got some more. You were talking about the Adidas over there. We got the NMDs. Anything about those two pair? It looks like the kind of black and red ones are probably the cleanest of the group.
You think these are the cleanest?
I don't know, but maybe
that's so funny. I wear these the most.
Those are the ones you run
anyone.
ragged.
Oh, yeah. So fun story about these. It's super random. I like to go to Coachella. It's a music festival every year.
I've heard of it.
And
really, is it a new festival? I've never.
It just started.
Okay. Anyways, at Coachella one year, they were having these Adidas giveaway, and these were part of some of the shoes they were giving away. All my friends thought they looked ugly as hell, but I thought they were super cool. I don't really care for the way this sticks out back here. I don't know what that is.
Has
for.
almost like a barnacle feel
that's
to it.
More Yeezy influence.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of Yeezy happening with my. Maybe I should just get a pair of Yeezys.
You should definitely get a pair of Yeezys.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Do you like
these
them?
guys love them? Yeah.
Really?
I love them.
This guy does. Bjorn's warming to them
Bjorn
slightly.
has a pair now.
Bjorn is warming to them. Has
Bjorn
spent
talked shit about
many
mine
hundreds of dollars on them.
Spent hundreds of dollars on them.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No,
But-
Bjorn talked shit about mine for 2 years and then bought some because they're
And
cool.
he's changed his tune.
Well,
a
I
little
feel
bit.
like they're finally putting some good colorways out. My thing was before it was just like these drab, earth tones.
They still do
with,
a lot of drab
with
earth
false names that are just really deceiving. Like there's one that he has called the Mauve. Guess what color they are? Just ballpark.
Mauve.
Yeah.
Oh God. I mean, if I was a deep maroon red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
should
the
be.
name.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
brown.
I mean-
They're brown and green. Of course. Like
The Yeezy 700.
it just feels offensive
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like, all right, I just came out with the new purples, and they're green.
They're mostly brown.
They're
Yeah, they're pretty-
Yeah, the mauve.
And
the
mauve
mauve
is
is definitely misnamed. Mauve is very much what you said, a deep purplish red.
maybe this one.
Okay.
It's like a brown purple.
Yeah.
I feel like
Anyway.
if your color, the way you see color with your eyes is a little bit wrong, then mine may show up as mauve.
Maybe.
Watch 5 years from now or 10 years
But
from
they're
now,
brown.
we
They're
find out
brown
Yeezy's
shoes,
been
but they're-
colorblind this whole
He
time.
probably is.
He's just picking stuff. They're like, that's the same color
That
as
would-
last year.
That
And then
would
he's
make
like,
a lot of sense.
I think he sees things the same way. He just refuses to interpret them the same as us
Yeah, 'cause-
peons.
yeah, he's an artist like
He's
that.
no
That's true.
proletariat. No.
He is. An
All
artist.
right.
Those
so-
shoes, though, Rachelle, whatever they're called, I'm not sure what Adidas those are, but Falcone definitely has a pair of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if that makes you feel vindicated in any way, because your friends were shitting on those.
It does make me feel vindicated, actually. I don't know. They're super fucking
They
comfortable.
look super comfortable.
Yeah, they're really comfortable. They're heavier than.
No, let me see.
I mean, I think
Everyone's
I think
like,
they're kind of.
oh, they are.
heavy.
I was expecting
yeah.
kind of more of a boot.
They
It must be
definitely
the
are.
Yeah, like the sole has got a lot of weight and
it's
girth.
like rubber.
Yeah, these
to
are like
them.
an Ultra Boost upper
Yeah,
on like some hefty sole.
yeah.
I like this like kind
It
of.
reminds me of the rocks you see on the
kinda
coast.
like nubuck leather as
You know?
made.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah,
It's very
Little
nautical
barnacle-y.
to me. This
Yeah.
sneaker. It's just like, do you go running on the coast?
It does look like a boat. Like the bottom of the
Yeah.
sole looks like it could be part of a
like
boat.
a boat
Like
that's
Oh,
been
that's exactly
sitting.
what I was gonna say. No, I think the tail
Oh.
end looks like. Have you ever seen those boats where you can kind of like walk off the back of it?
Yeah, it's like a ski boat.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
Like with the
Yeah, the
like
wake-
with
the wakeboard boats
like with
or
the
like
that? Little
inboard
sport
motor
boat.
instead of the
the outboard.
yeah it's like a jet ski.
Yeah, I
Or
really
not
like
a
these.
jet ski, but a
I think
ski.
those are cool as hell. I think the color's
Water
great.
skiing
I
boat.
think
Thank
the
you
weird,
so much. Yeah, it's subtle, just black and little red.
Well, I was about to say weird,
Orange.
but it's like weird's the wrong word. It's got a little bit of like robin's egg with the red and black and gray on like the toe.
Yeah.
I like that, the like speckled appearance, and then that texture on the on the sole of it it's like kind of vaguely snakish on the sides.
Ooh, a little scaly.
Yeah, or no, that's it. It's more like crocodile. It's like interesting, like the bumps on the back of like a crocodile or alligator. I don't know what the difference is. Seems like those shoes to me.
Yeah, I can totally see that. And at first glance, I don't think they're Adidas. I guess you can tell with these like three.
The big stripes,
the big stripes over here, but I don't know. It's unlike anything that I've ever owned, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, man!" So
those are sick.
Thank you so much. Is it okay if I grab another beer?
Of course, absolutely.
Are people allowed to leave their seat?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Can I get anyone else anything?
I'm good.
good
I'll
too,
have
but
to pee,
thanks.
and I've notoriously been having to leave to pee lately.
I was gonna say, how about this? We'll do like a bathroom break when I do the ad read later. And then,
here's the ad read time for Bjorn to go pee.
So that's those Adidas. Let's talk a little bit about the NMDs that you have up there, the white and golds. A classic combination with those two colors.
So they're called the NMDs. What are you calling them?
NMD.
I don't even know what I own. MND. So man, nomad, dog.
No, nomad man dog.
Oh.
Nomad man dog.
Thanks.
But yeah, those are cool with the gold.
It was the gold that did it for me.
Yeah.
Look how shiny that is. Do you see that?
It's pretty shiny. It goes with your rap music.
Yes,
that's your bling.
Exactly. I bought these like specifically for one of my for a show that I was gonna do. I was at the employee store. I was like, what? I would love to have some new kicks for my show at this tiny little dive bar, and I saw these, and they just like they called to me. I love the little gold bar on there.
What size do you wear?
I'm a 6.5. 6.5. Yeah, 6.5, 7.
I'm pulling them up right now. So those are technically, for the folks at home that want to look them up, the NMD R1 off-white golds. And I
love them. I don't ever wear them, as you can see. These are more like very, very special. I probably, would put them in a bag and take them out right before I go on stage or something.
Yeah, those.
Oh, okay.
So just because they're white. And
yeah.
all the Adidas that have that knit, because my Yeezys are kind of light colored in that knit, they get dirty.
They get dirty and it sticks in there. You have to I don't even know how to scrub it out.
I've used Shout. You know what Shout is?
Oh, yeah.
You spritz it on there. I think you can run these things through the wash.
You can run these through the wash.
Really?
That's what I've
Sammy
heard.
was saying.
That's what Sammy was
You
saying.
can kind of take like the insole out. Sammy said he just went
Sammy's
for it.
like fully in. Yeah, he's like, just throw them in. No bag, no nothing.
But a lot of people will take the insole out and I think put them in a pillowcase.
Oh,
like tie a pillowcase shut and then run the whole thing through the washer.
Okay.
And I've heard that works.
That's good to know, and it won't tear them apart.
Because it's a knit. It's not like a leather.
I don't think so. I would maybe double check that on Google before you do it. I'm accepting no. I'm accepting
the
no
gold bars
liability.
fell off. It's my favorite part.
It's gone.
Yeah. The gold on those actually might make that tough.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe call Adidas customer service and verify with them. Just be like, I got the ones with the gold, and I want to wash them.
I've got the NMD R1 off-white gold. Will my gold fall out? Okay, cool. So you've got the little prices and shit right here.
Yeah, so that's all. So you're 6.5. It says here, and this is for brand new, 165. I will say this is on GOAT, not StockX. StockX, it seems like there's not a huge women's market over there for some reason.
So these little sites, GOAT and StockX, they just like have all the shoes for sale.
Mm-hmm. They're resellers.
Yeah.
So like if there's a sneaker you really want, but you can't buy it either anymore, like it's not for sale or it's sold out, you can go here and
they work
buy
as
them.
like a middleman, basically.
That's
it's like an eBay, but just for sneakers
shoes.
and other things. And they have a legit checker. So if you sell, like the seller sends it to StockX, who verifies that it's real.
Oh, that's cool.
And puts a little green tag on it and then sends it to you.
That's dope.
Yeah, and GOAT is the same thing.
Okay.
They're called GOAT. eBay does it now too. They have a little plastic tag they'll put on stuff.
They'll verify.
But that's what all these sites are. So you can kind of get whatever you want, but you also have to pay like the going rate,
the asking price,
which is kind of, it varies shoe to shoe, like with demand.
Okay.
But it's kind of fun to look at what your shoes would be worth because you're just like, ooh, it's worth this now.
I didn't pay that. I got them at the employee store. I was really lucky.
Yeah.
There you go. You're experiencing it right now. You're like, dude, I got some value.
Yeah, man.
The other piece I would say about those is my boost, the boost gets very dirty very
the white
easily,
part.
and it does not clean up very easily.
My running shoes are
Yeah.
fucking mess. Yeah. So
So if I was gonna get like a pair that I was gonna actually plan on like running in, I might try to find one with like a gray or a black
With the
boost.
black boost.
Because then it
I
wouldn't.
don't
Because that
know.
just is like, and
They
especially in
definitely make 'em with
Portland,
the
it just
black boost.
picks up
I
dirt.
have one pair of these, and mine are all black. They have the foam is black, and the upper is kind of like black with some blue in it.
cool. Okay.
The other
I
option
like
is you
those
could just
shoes,
let them
though.
get
They're
dirty.
comfy.
You could.
They are really comfy.
If they're running shoes. Fuck it.
Mhm. Yeah, it's true.
Don't
That
gotta
being
worry
said,
about
I
it.
don't think I could run in the NMDs. They're kind of like a comfortable shoe for like hanging around.
Yeah.
I used to use them for like going to the gym, but like for weightlifting, not for.
I was gonna say, are these like are they called a running shoe? I just thought they were like
They're like a lifestyle shoe.
shoe.
I just wanted to look cool while I lifted
Oh hell yeah.
small amounts of weight.
Like, hey man, can you help me with this plate?
Dude, I'm trying to bench 95 over here, bro.
How much does the bar weight again? 10 pounds? All right, yeah. I'll just do the bar.
Where's the 35 bar? I can't really put the 45 up yet.
Can I get a half bar?
I don't want to hurt my rotator cuffs, so
At least your feet look good.
yeah.
Is there a youth bar?
Is there a youth bar?
I bench the
My son's about to
I
get here.
bench
Where's the light
curl
bar?
You guys are using the curl bar. I need that to bench with. It's like 7 pounds, which is awesome.
I'm really into just like visioning before I do.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna be over here lifting the imaginary bar.
All right, let's get to the last pair real quick because we've
Yes.
got a couple other things here.
Yeah, these are my first pair of Vans that I ever got from the Nordstrom rack.
Okay.
Nordstrom's rack.
The Nordstrom's rack. And I love a good pair of high tops. Always wanted a pair of Vans. I think when did I get these? Like 4 years ago. So
And Bjorn, correct me. These are the skate.
Those are the skate high.
Yeah, skate highs.
Yeah. It's a classic silhouette. So there's like
Yeah.
the skate high and then there's like the era, and that's a fun one. That one, I have a pair of them. They're a little tight on the toe for my taste. But
Yeah.
I love the look of them. So like
too.
I'll just, fashion is pain sometimes.
yeah, absolutely.
You know?
I don't. Yeah, absolutely.
And Vans usually break in pretty fast.
They do.
They break down pretty fast too.
They break down pretty fast too. Yeah.
Bjorn, are yours black?
Yeah, I have the classic black with white threading.
I'm a person who like those I can't do, but these I like a lot. For some reason, the black ones, and I think it's because there's so much black and it's just the little tiny Vans kind of like wave there. When it blends in with this, I like this a lot. When it's the black one, I just think of like, I don't know, maybe I was surrounding myself with like too many like deadbeat snowboarders.
Yeah.
Like that was like the official shoe of deadbeat snowboarders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So are you more of a white shoes person or a dark shoes person?
White shoes, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is, probably not very practical living in Oregon where it rains all the fucking
Maybe,
time.
but we kind of have that conversation on here a lot where like really dark shoes, just nobody looks at them.
Nobody looks at
Yeah, they're
them.
just
You
kinda
know,
Yeah.
once you're into this,
Yeah.
like you want people to look at your shoes
Yeah.
because you're attention seeking. Or
You're
at
right,
least
you're
I'm
absolutely
speaking
right.
for myself here.
Like
I don't like a shoe that like nobody's gonna look at.
No. It's a statement piece.
Yeah.
It's a conversation starter, and you're absolutely right. Like if you see somebody with just a white pair of high top Nikes, you're gonna be looking at a lot more than just a black pair of shoes. For whatever reason, I don't know, but yeah, white is more eye catching, I guess.
So should we do the Blow
Yeah.
Princess on all three? I think we should.
I think on all four,
I think
and we can just do them rapid fire. So
yes.
we've got a question we ask all our guests about whether or not okay, let me start over. You're a fan of rap.
Yes.
So have you noticed the trend in the last couple years of rappers suggesting they're going to blow somebody's back out? As like
It happens a lot.
It's
It's
I'm
like-
not
it's a
familiar
really-
with that expression.
Okay, rappers have been saying it lately. It's like a sex thing. It's very aggressive.
That they're gonna
It's
blow
over
bitches'
the
backs
top.
out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It seems disrespectful, honestly.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
Quite
You
a
say
lot
that.
more than
never had your back blown out though.
I feel like I'm good
It sounds like a lot of
Never
Tylenol.
know, man.
It
I don't
sounds
know.
like a
Some people are
severe
into that type of thing.
severe injury. My dad slipped a disc one time. He had to get in an ambulance.
Wise
He
man
was
once
all
said,
thing.
man.
Dude,
Some
yeah.
people like their pickles cucumber.
Back pain is no joke. So, yeah.
So anyway, that's a trend. We also talk about trucks a lot on this show.
Do you both have trucks?
No.
You have a truck.
I have a
had a
crossover SUV, but I had a
used to
truck
have a
for a
truck
while.
and
Okay.
we- we're redneck idiots
hybrid
from Montana. We like
crossover
trucks.
SUV.
I have a
I
hybrid
must-
crossover SUV. Yes.
Are you both? You're both from Montana too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. We're both from Montana.
The same city?
No.
But we went to
We went to
college
the
in the
same
same
college.
city.
Oh my god.
He graduated a couple years before I got there,
About a decade.
but
Let's be honest.
Nick was being generous.
no, you
You were, Nick.
graduated
That
in
was really
2010.
sweet.
I started
2010.
in 2012.
12. Yeah, so okay.
Started. See what you did? You're being generous again. You're like, I started
You
in
started
2012.
in 2012.
He
You said my
graduated
end
Okay.
a
point.
couple years before I got
Okay,
there.
okay.
No, this all tracks.
That's like when you say, like, yeah, we went to high school together.
Yeah,
They
run
were
it
a senior.
back, you'll
I was
see.
a freshman, but we were there at the same time.
Anyway,
That's
in the
awesome.
truck community, there's a term, pavement princess, and it's for like a guy who puts big stupid tires on his truck and then drives it around in town and never goes off road. So
I've
for
seen
each of these
those.
shoes,
Okay.
are these going to be a pavement princess, or are you going to blow the back out of them?
Oh god. Gold bar, pavement, princess, PP, all the way.
She is a princess.
We have sound effects, of course.
For each one.
NMDs are pavement princess. And you kind of alluded
Wow.
to that.
Okay.
That was good.
You're like, we're keeping them nice.
Pavement
like it.
princess.
That's classic. You said you'd keep them in a backpack,
Yeah.
and then that's probably what I'm going to do with my Yeezys if I
Yeah.
ever wear them on stage. They've only been worn in the studio and in my house, like slippers.
Can we see a picture of your Yeezys later?
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
curious,
show you
okay.
them.
Because I only know of like one kind of Yeezys. The break in the back on these hoes. Yeah.
Breaking
I
the
wore
back out?
Breaking the back out.
All right. This is going to go for a minute, so you can
Yeah.
keep talking.
Talking.
Quite apropos. Breaking the back out on these. Also breaking the back out.
Yeah.
on
Keeping going on the
these.
Vans.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Skate
then
highs.
these ones I want to keep them in good condition. So little princess pavement action.
She is a princess.
Sorrells get the pavement princess treatment. I will, since you just mentioned it. These are the Yeezys that Bjorn has.
Whoa.
Yeah, I have those ones.
Oh, I like those.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like
Ooh.
not into, and then like that colorway dropped,
Oh,
and
boy.
this kind of pertains to one of your songs. We described it as like the scrubby thing for your dishes.
Scrub Daddy.
It is, yeah, that's exactly like the texture of the laces and like this whole part. Like you could clean some dishes
No
with
way.
this.
So it's really rough. Like
on the outside.
Oh wow.
But then they fit probably similar to yours if those were Boost, if that makes any sense at all.
Okay.
Like the heel tab is very similar because obviously it's an Adidas.
What is the purpose of a heel tab? Is that just to hang them
I mean,
on something?
It's to like put them on, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of to pull
Oh,
them on your
duh.
feet with.
Oh.
But that little part, like the back tongue, I don't know, like that is very similar to what's on these.
Okay.
In
Rachelle,
feel.
what would you have said if I told you that these were Bjorn's Yeezys?
I would have been like, oh boy. That's what I was imagining. That's
Something like that.
That's all I think of when I think of Yeezys is this weird alien otherworldly goo shoe.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, those are pretty weird.
Something that
Bring up the mauve or the mauve, however you're supposed to say.
Yeah,
it.
just since mauve. Yep. Right
Yeah,
there.
it's far right.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
I
you-
couldn't even see.
You click the other mauves.
That's the other ones that.
Those are the mauves.
These
I
are the
have.
ones that Nick has. No.
Okay. I mean, they're not awful. They're just so chunky. You like a chunky sole?
These
like
are very
that?
chunky shoes.
Yeah. Are they heavy?
Not really. They're all foam. They're comfortable.
Okay.
I think I wear these the most of all my Yeezys because they don't get dirty because they're brown.
You
So
can't tell.
I can just wear them around all the time. They don't absorb dirt
That's nice.
and they're comfortable. They're like decent enough to walk in a little bit.
I would
I'm
s-
not gonna hike in them, but I can walk around town and go about my business.
So why do you like Yeezys? Are they just super comfortable? Do you like them because they're different?
A little bit. I mean,
Rare.
I got into them because I was like Kanye was the first rapper I really got into, and then when I got into sneakers, I was like, well, I've always been a Kanye fan.
Okay.
And so I got to get the Yeezys.
sure.
That's like the shoe.
Loyal to the
And
to
then
the end.
eventually I got into like other sneakers, but that was kind of my first foray into cool sneakers was the Yeezys.
Wow.
And they're comfy and they look cool and they're kind of flashy.
They are flashy.
They're a fun, flashy, cool shoe.
Yeah.
And they're comfy.
And you have a good foot size for if you were to get into sneakers.
I do. I'm
You're
very
gonna
lucky.
have you're gonna be able to get them at a better price.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
I think you can get
you
it
don't-
at the top end of grade school size.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is gonna get you into like I mean it's still gonna be like $200 to $300, but that's like
That's
resell.
less than $600.
Right.
Whereas if you had a bigger foot like our friend Eliza, she is like a men's 9.
Oh,
So
wow.
she's gonna just be like right in that
Yeah,
zone.
she's fully just stuck in men's sizing.
'Cause
which are,
men
like,
would-
Damn.
yeah.
the most expensive.
And I overheard on an earlier show you have 2 different size feet by by size and a half.
Yes.
So you just buy the bigger size.
Yeah, I just fit, and that's why I like a wider shoe. That's why I like Vans.
Oh.
They're a little wider, a little bit bigger. But yeah, this foot just swims like.
Wow. Oh my god.
And then this one's down here.
Do you like have
And I just-
an insert to help compensate or anything?
I should. I have some back problems because
I
like
bet.
the whole leg is longer, and it's been a thing since I was a baby.
Interesting.
It's pretty wild.
Huh.
They thought I had this like weird disease, and then they did all these tests. I do not have it because I would not have lived past the age of like 6 or something like that if I did.
Okay, thank God.
So we're good.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
don't
actually
have
a thing,
it.
though.
but
Like, most people do actually have one foot slightly bigger than the other and one leg a little longer.
It's very subtle though.
but it's subtle in
Yeah.
most people. You kind of got it. You got it worse than most.
full blown.
Turn that gain knob up. Yeah. Speaking of turning it up, so we're gonna do get it or forget it in a minute. I got some shoes we're gonna look at. Bjorn, if you got to take a potty break, now would be the time. In the meantime, while Bjorn steps out, I'm gonna plug his business. It's the ad read that we have for the show. Hi, Tanners. Are you in the market for new underwear? Check out bearskin.com, BEARSKN.com. Use promo code size10 for 10% off your purchase. Nick, are you wearing underwear?
I'm wearing. Yes, I'm wearing underwear, Terry.
Are they bearskin?
They are bearskin.
Which ones you got on right now?
I actually have the briefs on. I'm not a fan of the briefs. I like the boxer briefs. But if you like briefs, don't let my opinion hold you back.
Well, I'm glad you brought it up because not only can you get briefs, boxer briefs, you can also get jock straps.
Yes,
and
and
hats, socks, accessories, and more.
Yeah, the socks. I wear the socks a lot. I don't have them on right now, but that's because mine are all in the wash because I wore them
Because you love them so much. So use size 10, and if you need to have us point it there, just go down to the show notes. We got a link to the size, to the.
If you use the link that's in the description of the YouTube video, you already get the discount applied just for clicking on it.
Yeah, so do that. Bjorn's back,
They
grabbing a
have
beer.
mesh under your balls. It's awesome.
They do have mesh under your balls.
Is that
All
how
you need to know.
It's
It's helpful with everything. It helps you just
Ventilation.
live your life to the fullest.
all right. So that's going to
Wow.
get us into kind of the tail end of the show. So this is a little segment that we call Get It or Forget It. And Rachelle, but what we're going to do is I'm going to throw some stuff up on the screen. We're going to look at it, and the ultimate goal is going to be get it or forget it. We don't do nuance. There's no like, well, maybe. I would say get it is defined as either you actively would like to buy these shoes and own them, or you appreciate it to a degree where you're like, oh, I get it. Yeah, I'm with it.
Okay.
Forget it is the opposite of that. You're like, nope, not for me. Trash. Get it out of here. Fuck it. So
Perfect.
that being said, we'll get things rolling. We try to get a good mix of all the shoes. We're going to start with the Jordan Air NFHs. So we're going to get a couple pairs of Jordans here, but they're not going to be maybe the Jordans that you're familiar with. There's some really interesting stuff coming out. These are scheduled to drop at the end of January, and they are in the camo colorway. That was another reason why I wanted to get it up on here. Bjorn, big fan of camo. And one of the things that I will mention as I go to kind of like some more looks on these is, so this is a shoe for Zion Williamson, who is a currently not playing basketball player. He was like first round draft pick, superstar in the league, got hurt, and plays for the Pelicans. He already has a shoe, so he has his own shoe.
Yeah.
They gave him a colorway of the NFH, and this is what it looks like. So that's why if you look closely, there's going to be some like really minor, I think if I go back to the previous one, you could see ZW on the tongue. We're going to start it down here with Nick. Nick, where are you at on the Jordan Air NFH camos?
Not for me. Definitely forget it for me.
Forget it for you?
I don't hate them. They look comfortable. I would get these Delta
look like
2s
this.
over those as far as shoes that look exactly the same. These definitely look like they listen to this podcast, and so we want probably $130 more of Bjorn's money. That's, I think, how they designed these shoes.
All right, so
But
that
that's a forget it for me.
forget it for
100%.
you. Speaking of Bjorn, Mr. Camo himself.
Oh,
It's got camo and orange.
I know, 100% so into these, like instantly. Yes, this is like, not if it's like, hey Bjorn, do you want to do like a Jordan, and it would look something like this. This looks like I designed it, and it completely looks like if I was given, so yeah, 100%. Oh, I love these. These are sick. Like I have like
They're those.
they're
which you
these
love,
in
and
like a
camo. Which you
camo.
love.
They look very similar. They don't have the the React. It looks like. It looks like a rubber sole
Looks like they have
with
an
an
air
air unit. But so yeah, they do look like the Deltas, but with an air unit and rubber cup sole instead. But I'm so on board. I love the little lace hooks. I love that. There's on the side here. There's this like Jordan.
Here, I'll give you that.
Yeah, there's like the Jumpman in a woven label that's like a full. And I love this heel tab and some of these details. And it's not too much camo. And it's like a unique camo. It's really cool. It's like the dark green. And then you've got like these dipped looking tips on
love the dip tips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep, on board. Like it.
All right, get it for Bjorn. And I honestly just say the words. Just say the words. There's two words I'm looking for.
Oh, yeah. Get it.
No. I can't believe you didn't say them.
What? Where's it?
What's the favorite thing that you and I always bring up when it comes to these shoes? The lace swap.
The lace swap. Oh yeah, lace swap with like with
Oh,
like
you
an
could
orange
go
lace
orange.
Yeah.
That
on
would look
this
cool.
would be so sick. I'm into doing lace swaps. So like if you wanted to refresh those, you could just pop like a white lace in there, or
red
or
lace.
if
Red
you
lace
could
would be-
find that color,
Yeah.
then you pop that in there. Like any of the colors that are on it, or even a gray lace, but that wouldn't do a lot.
I think
Or
the white lace would look good. I think it would have the same vibes as these.
or on your NMDs, you could put like a black lace, and then it would sort of like bring the sole up colors into it, or a gold lace. If you could find like a gold lace, that would be
That's
really
a really
cool.
good
Like a
idea.
lame, yeah.
I like don't even think
It's
to do
kind of
that.
just like a way that you can make the shoe a little bit you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Wow.
Now, are you going to make these shoes you, Rachelle, the Air NFHs?
I totally get it. I'm not a huge fan of camo print. Sorry, Bjorn. But
all right.
I think it's a good looking shoe. Yeah, I love the little dipped lace things. What is this symbol here on the back of the heel? Is that something Zion Williamson is?
I don't know what that is, because at first that's what I thought, and then I'm sure it's some other thing, either with the NFH or like.
Oh,
it's,
it says air.
Oh,
It says
That
air.
says
Oh, there you go.
air
Yeah,
in fun, like
nice.
like a very
marketing letters.
modernist,
job,
like,
Nick.
typeface. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good looking shoe.
Good looking shoe?
Yeah, man, I totally get it. Like, I think it's. Do you know how much it's going to be sold for?
Oh, that's coming up next. It's
Oh,
a get it for Rachelle. Usually what I like to do is try to hide the MSRP so it doesn't like really cloud your judgment too much. These are going to retail for 110.
Oh, shit.
wow.
So like, yo, this is a regular ass shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like
Yeah.
for me, it is a get it because one, I knew it was going to retail for 110. It's not like a super high heat shoe, but I think it does look well. Or it looks great.
Looks well.
Yeah, it
My-
looks well.
my
It
looks
looks like
comment.
It's not taken ill recently.
No.
Okay, good.
Looks not sick or whatever. Healthy. It looks healthy.
It looks well. It's doing good.
Freshly
it just called its
boosted.
Mom,
Yeah.
having a nice day.
I like the white sole. I don't know if if I was
think the
designing
white sole's
this,
great.
The white sole.
it's a little unexpected, but I actually really like it on this one.
I think it's classic, and I think it like kind of breaks up the camo, because if it was a dark, like a black or something, or like a dark green sole,
What
it
if-
would just kind of be a little mushy from
Yeah.
in the eye.
What about a bright orange sole?
Too much.
Too much
Oh,
orange.
I would like that.
Yeah.
I think
I'd be pulling my phone out to like, when does this come out?
January 31st, baby. All right,
You'd
so
be pre-ordering.
we're gonna keep it moving. We got another Jordan, but not a Jordan you might be thinking of. This is the Why Not 0.5, and it's the Honor the Gift colorway. So I'm gonna give you a little background on this. They have 2 shoes for Nike, the Why Not Zero and then the One Take. And this is kind of a combination of the both. That's where you get the little jagged sole in the mid. So the big thing with this is a collaboration with Russell Westbrook, plays for the LA Lakers now. And he has his own kind of like little fashion brand. He's a very fashionable young gentleman. He is he was like one of the guys who like was really doing his own thing when it came to fashion. He was the guy who like would show up to press conferences in like 2012 wearing like fishing lure polo shirts and shit like that.
Nice.
So he's like on the cutting edge of fashion in the NBA. He started Honor the Gift. It's like his streetwear brand. Now, this has a couple things that I want to call out real quick. We're going to get to the backside of them. And this cool little kind of like flag hit here, that's actually the Honor the Gift logo. I figured it was going to be like either from a city that he spent a lot of time in or whatever. They did a cool little box treatment here. And then one of the pack-ins, when you get it, it looks like a piece of barbed wire, like a little like key
like
ring
a
thing.
shooting star.
Yeah. So I'm going to bring it back to like the original profile view. And Rachelle, we're going to start with you on this one. What do you think of the Why Not 0.5 Honor the Gifts?
I get it 100%. I think that's a good looking fucking shoe. Yeah,
What,
I love that.
If you had to pick like 2 things that really had it jump off the screen at you, what would they be?
I really like it's a high top, right? I really like the high top. I like the cut of the sole, and I really like the blue sole lining, or what do you call that inside
Insole.
the shoe? The
The
insole.
insole.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I love the blue pop of color in there. And I like the back of the shoe. The back of the shoe is really cool too. I like it. I love I love it all. I just think it reminds me of Japanese streetwear more or less.
Yeah.
What do you
Very
think is what it was
angular.
going for? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's a conversation starter. Yeah, I would buy that. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I'll do it one more time. Get it for Rachelle. How about you, Bjorn?
All right. So my first impulse was like, nah. But I love the mitten tongue. That's the only way I can
So
describe
this is the
it.
best way to see it.
It
And
looks like there's like 2 little mittens. It's like not a uniform tongue. Typically you'll see like one arc. It almost looks like 2 mittens, and I'm really feeling that. And then this piece on the side, the way the lace comes into that, and then you've got this like little extra. I just like all these little extra details, and the back is really nice. So you know what? I'm gonna have to go with a get it on these.
So get it for Bjorn. One thing I will call out, you kind of touched on it, but we do have the mitten tongues. And if you look closely in that picture on the right-hand side of your screen, you'll notice that they're unfinished around the top, which is like, that's a whole thing in Nike and Jordan for now, like for quite a while. So like it's going to be like a not sewn, just cut foam.
And you see that a lot in it's kind of, I feel like it came from like the Off-Whites, and then you see it a lot in the Blazers.
A lot of
They do
Blazers.
that.
I will say this, long lineage with Nike. This is way before Off-White shit was happening.
Well, I'm just saying that's what I think helped
Yeah.
make it popular.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that.
So
Wow.
get it from Bjorn. Nick, how are you on the Jordan Why Nots?
They're a get it for me too. I like them. I didn't.
All right.
But the first, just like Bjorn, when I very first saw him, I was like, eh. But for me, it's the laces. Neither of you
laces?
guys brought up the laces with the little stripes on them. Mm-hmm. But like in that view, those laces look so cool. Mm-hmm. They really help the whole shoe. And then I really like that outsole with like the like angles and
The
stuff
super
in it.
jagged. Yeah.
Yeah,
and it
and
seems
like the different colors. I like the way those colors work in that outsole.
Yeah.
That looks really cool. The unfinished tongue is an awesome detail. These are cool.
Yeah. I'm going to piggyback off that.
I like
I'm
these.
going to get it as well. So we got a 4-way get it on this, which is rare.
That
on
is
this
super
show.
rare.
Maybe the first time ever.
I will say that the jagged sole is very evocative of like, we were looking at those red and black Jordan 4s, was it? What's the one that have like kind of the shark fin
Those
sole?
are 5s.
5s, my bad. Reminds me of like the 5s.
Yep.
I agree with Nick. I think this is so funny. It's one of the cheapest aspects of the shoe, but the laces having that little line pattern on is super cool. I think the top down view is sick with the holes that are kind of like punched through the tongue.
Yeah, I like that tongue.
Love
a
the
lot.
tongue. It looks like the padding around the rear is unfinished as well, and is like, so if you look like right here,
there's like
this stuff.
and then there's like this little extra like heel tab thing. I like that because then it's very fashion.
And I agree, the exterior eyelet, that's what Nick was talking about. This one right here. I think that's like a really, really cool touch, and I'm sure there's probably like gym coordinators out there that are mad because it scuffs the floor, but fuck them.
On
What
the
did you
insole,
have?
is that little picture of Jordan in the blue too,
Yeah.
jumping? Okay, and
So
the
it's the
tongue
jump
on that,
man.
and the tongue. Okay, what is this triangle business here? Is this
That
part
could be honor the gift thing. I'm not sure. You're talking about the one that's like right here on the tongue.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not super familiar with that brand, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Those little coin things on there kind of remind me of what's on the Jordan 13. There's like a little like hologram thing, and it's kind of like that. I think.
Very cool.
All right, so now we had 4 get it's. Does that still say same true? Like only chime in if you are changing your tone. $150 at retail.
Oh, only that's not bad. Is it
Oh
change
my
it for
God,
you?
I'm definitely gonna get them. I think I'm gonna get these. I really like these. This
This is
that's
like
in my
the
budget.
This is the maybe one of the
Influencers.
best outcomes is like someone comes on the show, we talk about sneakers, and they're like, "Holy shit, those things are fucking awesome! Like, I gotta get a pair." How about
I
this?
gotta hit you guys up
If
more
you
often.
buy these shoes,
For
we'll have you
sneak
back
news.
on. You can talk about them.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if you get 'em.
Yeah.
That would be very fun.
All right, so next up, we're going to throw it over to this is another basketball shoe, but it's from Adidas. And I told you boys a little bit about it ahead of time, but the next one up is the Adidas Gil Zero Resto Mod. So I will say I got a lot of backstory on these. The first thing I'm going to say is Resto Mod is a thing that Adidas is doing now when they are like doing old shoes again. So these originally came out in 2007. These are the ones that I was talking about. They only released them, I believe, in the DC area. They only made 700 of them initially, and it was made in conjunction with Undercrown, this kind of like streetwear brand that was really cool at the time. Now, what I will say is, like, I wanted to get these on here. I'll go first, and then we'll throw it back around the horn to Nick. I'm going to say very quickly for me, these are a get it. I think, like, normally I don't go for loud shoes. There are aspects of this shoe that I'm not in love with, but I think the 3 stripes on the heel, the cool little black and white, I don't even know what it's called, but the diamond pattern on the sole, and then the way that it blends in with the kind of, like, weird... who's the dickhead painter who splattered everything?
Pollock.
Yeah,
Jackson
the Pollock-esque toe. And then it looks like it's on the tongue, too. Unfortunately, I don't have more angles of this shoe. I couldn't find any other ones. But, like, the sole is got a lot going on. Like, these things are screaming in your face, but I think they do it in a somehow tasteful way. Nick, what do you think about the Gil Zero Resto
I
mods?
like these a lot. I have those. Bjorn has shit on them on numerous occasions. I have the Tokyo Maze Air Max 1 that Nike made a couple years back. These remind me of those quite a bit. Those are one of my favorite pairs. This is a get it for me. Also, Resto Mod, just so everybody knows, that's a car term.
Well,
That's-
apparently Adidas is dipping into the car
They
world.
are, and I like that too. That helps me make my case. But that's when somebody takes like an old car and then modernizes all the like the motor and the suspension and transmission and all
Cool.
that, so it like looks like an old Corvette, but it drives like a good car.
That's
So,
really cool.
like-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a resto mod, so that they modernize all the stuff that matters, but they keep the cool exterior.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
What they say from Adidas is it updates the shoe with modern materials while keeping the OG design intact.
So literally the exact same thing, but in a shoe.
Be nice
I'm
if
a
they
big
did
fan
this
of
with Jordan 1s.
Yeah,
Weird.
I would love that.
Yeah. Could they please do that?
Bjorn, where are you at on the Gil Zero Resto?
All right, so I just want to call out on the sole. I love the sole. That's my favorite part of it. I love the way the stripes wrap from the bottom up to the like kind of creep up the side, and then there's like this hidden Adidas logo in the whatever
the
you call
tread.
it, in
Yeah.
the tread, kind of like off center.
Yep.
I love these like 3 random circle things, and then the like circular. But you know what? At the end of the day, this is a forget it to me. It's too crazy.
Very interesting to me. But we won't dwell on that too
I would
much.
never wear them. They would just sit. It'd be like maybe one that I would like get talked into buying, and then it would just sit, and I would never put
Well-
them on my feet ever.
Hold on to that for a little bit. I will. My one question before I throw it to Rachelle. Does anyone else get like big like Bop It vibes from the sole?
Yeah.
Like it looks like a
Yeah.
kid's toy where like if you push the second
Like-
circle, it's gonna go like. or
You're
you
gonna
gotta
have
like.
to remember a pattern.
Twist it.
Yeah, there's like a crank, and then it's gonna like
I
sing.
liked Bop It, Twist
Tie
It,
it.
Pull It. That was a fun game.
I
Walk
unfortunately
it.
that was not one of my privileged childhood memories. Rachelle, Adidas. Gale Zero Resto Mod.
Yeah, I think I gotta forget it. I think it's a little too crazy town for me. I don't like the top part of the toe here.
Oh, the Pollock toe.
The Pollock. I don't like. It looks like a random piece of your grandma's carpet on there. I don't know. But I love what they've called it. I love what they're trying to do with it. And I've never seen the stripes on the heel like that. I think that's fun and new. But yeah, like Bjorn said, I would never wear. I just wouldn't wear it. I
Can't
don't
see
know.
yourself wearing it.
I can't see myself wearing it.
Totally fine. We're gonna find more about that in a minute because I do have another colorway of this. I want to give you guys a little understanding on why it's fucking crazy that Adidas is relaunching this shoe.
Okay.
Gilbert Arenas is a nut job. Currently has a show on Complex Sports. I think it's called Out of Bounds, and it's like a daily sports show. He also has a podcast, but who cares? This is the only podcast that exists. So the thing about Gilbert Arenas, he's a point guard. He played for the Washington Wizards, FKA the Bullets, and that will make an impression in a moment, but he was really, really talented. He wore number 0. He was known as Agent Zero, and he was just an oddball, just like a wild dude. His downfall started because they found out that he was bringing guns into the locker room.
Oh my god.
And he had like unloaded guns, and there was rumors that he was doing this because there was like gambling debts with other guys on the team.
Oh my god.
So he got caught for it, and then down the road, like it was kind of like everyone was like not sure what was going to happen, and then there was a game where before like in the warm-up of the game, all of his teammates surrounded him, and he was like pretend shooting them with guns. And
with like real unloaded guns?
No,
Or,
like finger guns.
Oh, okay.
But it was like this thing, like he got caught with a gun in his locker, and then like 2 weeks later, he's like making jokes about it on national television, and the commissioner was like, "Absolutely the fuck not. We need to get this guy out of the league. We got to like suspend him." And that's around the time that Adidas in 2010 cut their partnership with him. So they cut ties with him because he was bringing guns into the locker room, and now in the year of our Lord 2022. His shoe is back.
I've never wanted a shoe more.
Well,
Nick's like, does it come with a gun?
let's do this same shoe, different
the
color.
box?
This is the hibachi version of the same shoe. And this one was only 1,000 released in DC when it first came out. It originally, I'll show it to you in a moment, had the Benihana logo instead of the word hibachi. And Gilbert Arenas was known as, like, one of his nicknames was Hibachi, and this is corny, but like the way in which he would cut up his opponents on the court was like a cook at Benihana.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
and I'll say this, Nick, where are you at? Get it or forget it?
This looks like the bowling shoes I just ordered. Forget it. Go back to the Crazy Town one. I like the wacky.
I'm gonna say for me, it's a forget it, fuck it. Only because of that little strap on the side, which we'll talk. But I want to hear from the two of you that were forget it on the first one. We'll start with Rachelle. Rachelle, in a different colorway, do you like this better, more, or about the same?
I like it less. I actually like the other one better. I don't know. I hate the. I don't like the white strap in the middle either. I don't know. And I don't like those stripes. I don't like those stripes are red. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not feeling that at all.
Yeah.
Forget
Bjorn?
that.
Yeah, this does look like a bowling shoe, and bowling shoes are
a
terrible.
bowler.
So forget it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
we went
bowling
from
shoes need to get better.
That's
other
my-
shoes don't need to look like them. They need
Yeah.
to look more like other shoes.
We went from
Yeah.
50-50 to just zero.
Yeah, so these suck.
These are going to retail for $140. And just for the history lesson that we had, this is what they looked like originally. So when I said
Those
like,
look better.
They do actually.
I think these just look really dated, and I think it's a combination of like old photo, old leather, but the hibachi strap over the top is a deal breaker for me. Like, that shit.
That is very funny to
That
me,
is
but I
fucking
wouldn't
gross.
wear it.
Hibachi.
But it was legitimately like a partnership with Benihana. Like they
Oh,
had the
really?
agreement, and I guess the deal is that they couldn't secure the rights for the repop, so now it says hibachi instead. So anyway, thank you everybody for going on my Gilbert Arenas side journey. We are now going to get into a shoe that is exclusively per Nike. You know, everyone is willing to do whatever you'd like, but this is for the women's line. And we're going to look at, they're also high tops. So, Rachelle, we're going to start with you on this one. The Nike Air Force One Utility 2.0 with quite possibly one of the funniest colorway names I've ever seen in the history of shoes. Formless, shapeless, limitless. A couple things to look at while we're looking at this.
It's like a chain.
Yeah, what is
Is that
happening?
rubber?
Yeah,
I
so
want to know if it's like a rubber or a hard plastic.
We're going to get to that in a second. This thing, I did not do a good job of updating my show notes. So a couple things that I want to call out is the interesting sole. Like this is completely out of the AF ones that you see all the time, the white ones and the black ones. Very kind of like same lane, but different spin. Now let's look at some of the accoutrements for this shoe. We have a translucent white chain that runs around the top. We have this interesting little wraparound on the back. I have no idea what the hell this little like clover type thing is supposed to be. And then we also have some, it looks like it was bedazzled with teal gemstones
on
of
like
some
the heel,
type.
right above the air.
So I'm gonna bring it back to the original profile, the top-down look, and before you answer, Rachelle, it almost looks like they have like a wreath around the top of the cuff when you look at the top-down view.
Yeah.
Rachelle, I think I have an idea of where you're going to be going, given the tone of your
God damn, I feel like it's so close to a get it, you know? But forget it. The chain thing the chain thing's fucking weird.
chain thing.
The chain thing's really weird. I'm not sure what they're trying to do with that.
Chains.
Yeah, like ghost. Are they? I don't know what they're trying to do with that. The gemstones. I would rather if they like painted the Nike swoosh teal instead of having gemstones. And I feel like those are gonna, I don't know, chip off easily. I take my shoes off a lot like that, and that's probably not the best way to take off your shoe. But and this pattern on the back, I'm really thrown off by that. It reminds me of like a druid Celtic thing going
Celtic.
on. Yeah. So what's happening? What is this like cut in here? What?
Your guess is as good as mine,
like
sister.
is that see-through? Like, can
Yeah.
you see what the back of
No.
your sock looks like?
I think it might just be like a wrap. So if you look at like this mid, there's this color, and I think this is like an exterior layer,
Okay.
and I think it just doesn't fill in on the back.
Yeah, I like the teal and the white, but I feel like it's so close. But forget it.
Not gonna happen. Bjorn, AF1 utility 2.0.
I've classically been like no to most Air Force Ones.
But
I do like this like weird clear chain on the front. I love I just like the thing that I think of is they're just like, shit, we gotta make an Air Force One for girls. What are girls like? I don't know, they wear a lot of shit. So like, let's put a bunch of chains on
I
it.
feel like it's pandering.
It is pandering.
but it's funny because it's like pandering to who?
But who is this
like
pandering to?
It's not like a nice anklet chain. It's like
this
it's
like a
chunky
Cuban
ass
link.
Not even a Cuban link. It looks like I'm being restrained with this chain.
Yeah.
Like, this is
It
like
just-
a Guantanamo Bay chain.
This feels like a guy designed a shoe for women.
Oh my god, it's the opposite of Limitless.
Like,
Yeah, it's got
just
an instrument of limit.
That's also that's a great call out.
Hanging
Thank you,
on it.
Rochelle.
Yeah.
Limitless, except for the fact that you're literally chained at the ankles.
chained by the ankles. So it's got to be a forget it. I'm sorry. You just can't.
Nick,
Well, I've never really liked.
would you consider yourself a feminist, Nick?
Sure.
We're about to
why
find
not?
out.
No, I've
It's like,
never
I think
really
women
liked-
need chains on their ankles, is what I'm trying to say.
No, I could get behind that actually.
Oh my god.
Now you're talking. Okay, that whatever.
We have fun here.
This no. I was gonna try to set up some bullshit, but it
Sorry,
sucks.
I kind of
Oh man.
shit on you there, but
That's okay. It was
I- you
funny.
know.
We got a laugh. These shoes are trash. What? Why?
but not women.
Now here. No, not women. I was talking about. I said these shoes are
Yeah.
trash. Jesus. No, that I do kind of like the colorway.
Yeah,
if
me
it
too.
weren't for all the accoutrements,
Yeah.
like get rid of all that shit. They are kind of like they look like the mags a little bit.
Yeah.
They've got the gray and the teal. Like that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on a different shoe completely because I don't like Air Force Ones, and also take away the clear chain.
So
Did you
if this,
notice-
Don't replace it with any other chains. No chain.
No.
yeah, that looks like they got that at the hardware store.
No.
So they have
fam.
they have a little like funny bracket here.
Yeah.
Like,
It's that
The shoe doesn't need to look like it's about to drop a shitty mixtape. Why are there jewels and chains? Get the fuck out of here.
it's slightly serious question. If the chain was like that teal color,
Nope.
would that change anything for any of you?
I don't think so.
No,
What if it was
the
a-
presence of the chain is the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, so they did that instead of the Air Max or
The strap.
The strap.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got it. I just got
I
it.
didn't know that.
I don't like the strap either. These without the strap definitely look
The
better.
strap's got history though. Rasheed Wallace is like the AF1 strap personified, and like this is not how you update the strap for 2022.
Oh, is that when they said always strapped when I hit the club? I'm just kidding. They were talking about their Air
I
Force
think
Ones,
that's
right?
talking about the guy that,
Brother, this guy stinks!
that was the guy that we were talking about before this. He was always strapped.
Oh, yeah.
Lordy.
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna
Lord.
keep it short. This shit sucks donkey dick. Get the fuck out of here. This is like men going their own way. The shoe, like, show a little goddamn respect. And actually, speaking of which, I think there's going to be even more proof to that because now we're going to look at the men's version. And as you may notice, it has a much cooler strap replacement around the top. So these are the deep freezes for those of you listening at home. It's got, I will say, both this and the previous one that we looked at look very similar to the Adidas forums that we looked
Yep.
at a while back.
Yeah.
That had kind of like the marbleization color, where it's like kind of smoky, kind of foggy. We don't know what's going on. Twin Peaks in a shoe. And I will say, let's look at some of the detail shots. So they don't have that weird little cutout in the back. One thing that I think is interesting to call out, you see it here, but if you look at the sole where it says Air, these shits look dirty
Yeah.
out the box.
They look scuffed.
Yeah. So we're going to go back around the horn. For me, just because I do think that these are like an interesting spin on an AF1. If you're not going to go with a white, I like the strap up top. You'll see it's got that little buckle there. I'm gonna say get it just for a voice of contrast. Nick, take it away.
Nah, still forget it. These look like hiking boots.
They do
Sure.
kind of
They
have
don't
some
look
hiking.
as stupid as the other ones, but I still don't like them. So yeah, it's not it. I do like that. I do like the colorway. I still like the colorway.
Mhm.
I just don't like the silhouette. I don't.
Bjorn?
It's not for me.
I classically don't like the silhouette, but I hate the sole on it, and I've never had a pair, so I don't know like how narrow they fit. They feel like they would be kind of uncomfortable for me specifically, but I love that swoosh. That frosted swoosh is so sick. It's like
one
a
on the side.
rubber, yeah, and I really do like the colorway. And then just a little side note. I do like that they look scuffed out the box because sometimes I have an issue with wearing shoes because they look so
Oh,
nice
yeah.
and I don't want to mess
100%.
them up. And these would just be like, I'd be like, yeah, throw the box away. I'll wear these out of the store. So it's a get it for me. I don't know. I like it.
I love it. Rochelle.
It's a forget it for me. Yeah. I'm sorry. The scuff thing, I don't know. It's like, I guess it's on par with like holes in the jeans, like a used, worn look, I guess.
Pre-distressed, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. When you first showed this, I thought these were used shoes or something.
Oh, no.
But this is how they come, huh?
This is it, yeah.
I wonder if the distress is different on each one.
You can
like,
bust
is it
out
unique?
the toothbrush. You can scrub these
Okay,
shits.
that would be cool. If the
Or is
distress
it-
was different on each one.
Or is it the same?
They
where
just
it's
have
like,
people scuffing them before
I don't
they
know
put
that that's
them in the
necessarily
box.
going to be an issue because I don't think you're ever going to see two pairs of these in the same place at the same time. That's not the outlet store 4 months after they've been released.
Yeah.
I will say the last thing on these is like we said that the previous ones had that kind of chintzy little bracket. The one on this one is kind of fucking cool. I don't know if it's cool on a shoe, but like the way that they did this hook and loop
Unless
here.
that actually
that.
works
I like
as a
that.
bottle opener, it should be a bottle opener.
I like it like this. I don't think we need bottle openers on everything.
I think they should have integrated a bottle opener.
I will
that.
say this. This is more functional. The chain, I don't think, is keeping that cuff snug to your ankle. But here, this is elastic. So like you could literally use this to keep the top of your shoe a little tighter.
I like that repurpose of the strap on there.
Yeah.
But this is great. We went from everybody being on board to everybody being way the fuck off board. So that is 4 forget-it's for the deep freeze.
I said get it.
I think
for the deep freeze.
Yeah,
oh, sorry. But you
it's
said
half and half.
You said get it on the chain too.
I said forget it on the chain.
We'll have to review the tape. I don't know. Next up is the Adidas Triple Platform Low.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry, Triple Platform Low.
Oh, that's
because
clever.
For the astute viewer and listener, this is an Adidas Forum with a triple stack sole. One notable call out. This is for the ladies. So, fellas, if you were looking to get Rachelle, do you know they call them creepers, right? Shoes. Have you ever heard that term before?
I've never heard that term before.
I'm going to do some research, but in the meantime, oh gosh, I'm not going to do some research. In the meantime, Rachelle, where are you at on these Adidas? Oh, and for the listener at home, they are all black with the minor exception of a couple like little lace toggles, it looks like, that are kind of a blaze orange and black. So, are you a platform shoe person?
I am not at all. I don't care for platform shoes whatsoever. But I think for what platform shoes are, I think this is a good. I think it's a good looking shoe. I think it's fun. Is this Adidas like first platform shoe? I doubt it. But you know what? I'm going to say get it. I get it. I'm not a platform lady, but you know what? For those of you that are, I think this is a good looking shoe.
For everyone out there that's looking for their next pair of shoes to wear to Lovecraft in Portland.
There you go. Yes.
Here you go. This is a little bit of the new, a little bit of the old.
Yeah.
Bjorn.
All right.
Trying to get these.
I've never been a platform shoe guy. I am pretty short though, so maybe I should get into it. I actually really like this, like how they have the laces with the stitching. I really like how they did the triples time stitching
That is cool.
on it, where it does look like you stepped into 3 shoes.
Yeah.
The piece that my feedback on this is I would have liked to have seen like a white for the second one, or like something that just showcases that, or like do this hit of red as the stitching, like something to highlight that you did that, because it's all black with black stitching, and it's like it's there, and this is kind of like you're taking a fashion risk, you're making a statement with it, but when you do black on black, nobody can see it.
Right. Yeah.
And so for that reason, it is a forget it, and that is the main reason it's a forget it.
Wow.
For me,
because it off the screen.
I like it. I like it so much, but I want to see you showcase it. So maybe in another colorway, it'd be a get it for me. But it just doesn't show the cool parts of it. It doesn't highlight those cool parts. That's my.
They do
take.
have it. I don't have photos of it, but they did do the Adidas Platform in a white. But I didn't pull.
But if it's
up.
all white, then it's the same thing again. Like I want to see some contrasting stitching. I want to see. That's what I want. That's my opinion of that one.
And we might have to take a quick pause because I don't know what in the world is going on
It's
here.
okay. I remember what it looked like. I can tell you my answer.
Go ahead.
On it.
Yeah, go ahead, Nick, and I will pull this stuff back up while we do this.
Obviously, if I'm getting it for me, it's a forget it. It's like I couldn't do a platform shoe.
It'd be admitting that you're short.
Right. If I at my height, if I do a platform shoe, I'm gonna get my balls broken endlessly, and I'll deserve it. If I was like 6'2" and I did a platform shoe, that would just be hilarious.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But since I'm 5'6.5", I can't do that, because I'll deserve all the ridicule I get. That being said, I would potentially get these for my sister, because my sister loves platform shoes, and she would 100% like
So
those.
where are we going to land finally then?
For me,
Yeah.
I guess get it then,
I love it.
but not for me.
But that's great because it's like, oh, I get it. I will say I am... This is the first time I've ever been a get it on a forum from Adidas. And I think it's because it doesn't look like a forum from Adidas. I'm not a big fan of that shoe in general, especially the high top. A couple things I want to call out. This buckle here at the top. I'm real buckle horny today, I guess, because this thing is really, really cool.
I like the buckle too.
The view from the top makes it look pretty sick too. This is like, I feel like the forum in this configuration gives me more like AF1 vibes. Maybe because the AF1 has a chunky ass orthopedic sole. Now, what I will say is, in stark contrast, no pun intended, to what you were saying, Bjorn, I think that this has to be all black like this. I think,
Really?
Yeah, because how many? This is a rhetorical question. I've spent a lot of time with people wearing platform shoes, and they are generally much taller than this. I mean, like, they are boots, and they got a big fucking sole on the bottom of them, and they're
So you don't
want
want to call it. You don't want to call attention to it.
No. I think they call attention to themselves no matter what. And then
okay.
dressing them up a little more. Like, this is maybe one of the shoes where, like, if you look at creepers, if you look at platform shoes like this, for the most part, they're pretty simple because the thing that you're doing to color outside the lines is having this chunky ass sole on the shoe. So that really does a lot of the advertising for you. And I think I like them in all black better because, again, it reminds me of like all those weird goth kids I hung out with.
Yeah.
Like, it fits it more. If these were all white, it gives it a very like Alicia Silverstone, Clueless,
Evanescence.
yeah, Evanescence. No, I want.
Evanescence would wear one black one and one white one.
Right.
That's how that would go.
I want one of these little parts to be white, or the stitching, or something, or in this orange color. That's what I just want to see, more contrasting.
Well, I will
and
say
more
this.
highlighting this.
I'm get it on all black. If you made that change, I would be a forget it.
Wow.
That's how significant it is. But we're gonna forget about this shoe, and we're gonna look at the final
Wait,
shoe.
what was the price on that one?
I don't know. They didn't. They didn't
okay.
give me that. I also don't know that I know it on this one. So this is our last shoe of the evening. It is another shoe from Nike's women's line, and this is the Nike Blazer Low Jumbo. Now, I was not aware that they did this. I've been on record as being a big fan of them fucking around and playing jazz with the swoosh. For the viewers at home and for the listeners, when it says Jumbo, it's talking about the swoosh on a Blazer Low. So the swoosh extends down into the sole and up into like kind of the lace area on the outside, and on the inside they tuck it under the lace, like kind of the eyelet stitching.
Oh.
So it's only on the outside is it like big bold. On the inside it's the same size, but it's a little bit hidden. We'll get one of the side profiles.
And then it also extends onto the sole on the outside, but not on the inside.
Yes. So it's like
All
tucked
right.
on the inside, loud and proud on the outside, and then on the back of the shoe, it has Nike in black in like a very kind of like sketchy. When I say sketchy, I don't mean like dangerous. I mean like it looks like somebody drew it with a Sharpie.
Yeah, it's like the really old school lettering.
Yeah.
Like embroidered.
And then the where the swoosh comes together, they like.
Oh, and then they have a little extension. So
Like usually you would have that folded, or that stitch would be inside so it doesn't protrude.
there's a little tab.
They
Yeah.
made it like a tab, which is an interesting choice.
So I'm going to start on this side. This is going to be real quick for me. I legitimately am going to try to buy these shoes. I know what the MSRP is. It's in my wheelhouse. I'm going to try to get these in a 10.5, I guess it is, because I want a pair of Blazer Lows. I love the Nike on the back. I love the colors. I love the gray little tiny toe cap in the front of it. And I'm going to love shutting the fuck up and hearing what Nick has to say. Another Blazer fan on the show.
I like these. I like them. I may try to get these for my girl.
That's what I kind of anticipated,
yeah.
something like that, because we
I
talked
love
before.
I love the big swoosh. The
and
big
but you're
swoosh
not a
is
big
so cool.
pink.
I'm not. I wish it was like a darker color.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
the light pinks seem to rub you the wrong way. We looked at a couple Jordans a few weeks ago.
But
and
honestly, I feel like it works better on these than it did on those. I'm kind of a fan of these. I really like the big swoosh. And
The big swoosh?
Yeah, and I'm on record as liking the Blazer Low.
I'm hitting the
Blazer
button.
Mid. Yeah, let's get it.
Get it for Nick. Bjorn, noted hater of the Blazer.
I love the Nike on the back. I actually do like that little detail of the two swooshes coming together. I think they should have called this the Nike Blazer Low Size Queen. It's because it's got the big old swoosh on it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, never gonna fucking happen.
No,
over there.
not at Nike.
Not while they keep making these shoes in China. Nope.
Right. And then the unfinished tongue is an interesting thing, but you know what? At the end of the day, this is just like a forget it for me.
Man, one of these days.
Hey, I still like that one, the Oregon Coast one.
The one that doesn't look like a Blazer?
that
Yeah.
doesn't look like a blazer.
All right, Rachelle, closing it out for Get It or Forget It this
You
evening
know
here in the Size 10
what?
studio.
I get it. I do like the jumbo swoosh, but at the same time, I don't like that it hangs over the sole. That's my issue with this shoe. It looks like it looks like it flaps, but I assume it's just glued to the sole, right?
I think that it's printed, or it's like I don't think that's gonna come
It's
up on
glued.
you.
It's glued. I don't know.
I don't know either. I like the inside of this shoe better than the outside, but I get it. I like it. I love the back of the shoe. I love the Nike. I love the font.
I think the back is the coolest part.
I love the exposed tongue, the foam. There's something so fun about just looking at the inside of your shoe. I don't know. Yeah, I get it. I like the pink. I like the coral, whatever. It's nice.
All right, that's a get it there. And then the final thing for this, I do know, $85.
Okay.
So,
85?
Yo, if I could get these for
Wow.
42 2/4 at the employee store, are you kidding me? I'm buying 2 pair.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to keep one for Pavement Princess. The other ones, I'm blowing the back out. So that does it for the segment. Get it or forget it. I will. You know what? Let's do this. We'll see if we can get some of the results up on the socials, and then maybe we'll get some more polls going to see what the audience has to say about some of these shoes. Anything else that y'all want to mention before we start to wrap things up?
Well, yeah, we always post our get it forget it's on our Instagram, and we
cool.
let our audience vote on them, and
Hell
so then
yeah.
we get like some fun responses. Last week we had like an overwhelming. There was a bunch of just like 100% forget it's and like 100% get it.
4 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was interesting. But yeah. Is there anything you want to plug or anything before we get out of here?
Follow me on Instagram. It's Rachelle Cochran, and follow me on Spotify, Dirty Racket.
And what's
Yeah.
the show that you run?
Cruise Control Comedy every Thursday at the Cruise Room Annex at 7:30. It's
in
free.
conjunction with Funny Rob. Funny Rob will be there.
Yes, in conjunction with Funny Robbie, who is everywhere.
Funny
Yeah.
Robbie's a better nickname too. Funny Robbie is like that shit hits.
I do think you guys would be good friends, actually.
I mean,
I do think you'd get on great.
Yeah, they definitely get along.
I've
Yeah.
heard he's funny. Nick, anything for you?
No, that's it. Listen to me here.
All right, you old cuckoo birds. That's going to wrap it up for here in the Size 10 studio. This has been the Size 10 podcast. You can subscribe to us on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, or any of the popular audio platforms out there. We got video on YouTube and Spotify as well if you want to see what we're talking about. You can follow us on social media. We're on Instagram and Twitter at Size 10 Podcast. Send us those questions. Look for those polls. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you want to see on the show. And last but not least, definitely go check out the show over at Cruise Room. But we've also got Vibe Comedy at Curious on MLK here in Portland, Oregon. That's on the third Saturday of every month with Bjorn, Jaron George, and Maricha. We're having fun here in the studio. We hope you had a good time. And tell a friend to tell a friend. We're really trying to get these numbers up. We're trying to really do some big things in 2022. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on Wednesday for the full show and Fridays for Off Topic. And that'll do it for us this evening. Now's the part where I clap.
Yep.
Yay!
Awesome.
That
Great
was
job.
really fun, you guys.